Hello and welcome to Cable Plus Property, the #1 online educative platform on all issues related to land and landed properties. My name is Oiza. At Cable Plus Property, our aim is to ensure that all Nigerians and non-Nigerians have at the tip of their finger everything they need to know about land acquisition, land procurement, building construction, planning, documentation, and registration of landed property. We provide you with everything that is needed for you to get your property registered and also to obtain your planning permits. You'd agree with me that a builder is one of the pillars in the built environment. And so in this video, I'll be speaking with a man that puts on two caps. He's not just a builder, he's also an estate surveyor. He's no other than Builder Dr. Aladeloba Adesina, the head of department, Building Technology, Yaba College of Technology. This is Cable Plus Property. Builder Dr. Aladeloba Adesina Emmanuel is an alumni of the University of Lagos, Akoka, Yaba, Lagos, having obtained a Bachelor of Science in Estate Management in year 2008, a Master of Science in Construction Management in 2010, a Master of Philosophy in Construction Management in 2015, and a Doctor of Philosophy in Building in 2021, all from the University of Lagos. He also holds a Management and Leadership Certificate from the Pan-African University, Lagos Business School. He has the following professional qualifications. He's a Fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Building in 2007. He's a registered builder in 1996. He became an associate of the Nigerian Institution of Estate Surveyors and Valuers in 2011 and a registered surveyor in 2012. In his career as a builder and as an estate surveyor, he has held the following positions. He's been the National Publicity Secretary of the Nigerian Institute of Building, a Honorary General Secretary of the Nigerian Institute of Building. He's also been the Chairman, Mercyland Community Development Association. He's also been the Chairman of the School of Environmental Studies Media Committee, Yaba College of Technology. He's been the chairman of the Session 8 of the Royal Institute of Chartered Surveyors Annual Conference in France, and also been the acting director of the Physical Planning Unit, Yaba College of Technology, amongst other positions that he has held. Presently, he is the head of department, Building Technology, Yaba College of Technology. He's also the convener of the Rammed Earth and Concrete Block Pavement Committee for Harmonization of Standards for African Regional Standard Organization in Kenya. He's a member of the Committee on Part-Time Program Administration, Yaba College of Technology, a member of the Royal Institute of Chartered Surveyors Annual Conference in Las Vegas, 2012, an industry panel, public-private partnerships. He's also the chairman of the Technical Committee of Standard Organization of Nigeria for preparation of building and civil engineering material standards. Builder Dr. Aladeloba Adesina holds the following awards: a Rotary Youth Leadership Award, a St. Andrew's Anglican Church Merit Award, a Distinguished Leadership in National Development Award, an African International Achievers Merit Award, an African Nations Builders Merit Gold Award, Distinguished Leadership in National Gold Award, Father Abraham Award for outstanding contribution to fatherhood and voluntary support to the less privileged in Nigeria, an award for the growth and development of building profession in Lagos State, and also a St. Andrew's Anglican Church Centenary Award for relentless efforts and contribution towards the growth and success story of the church. Join me to welcome Builder Dr. Aladeloba Adesina Emmanuel as we'll be talking about the builder as a professional in the built environment. It's good to have you, Builder Dr. Aladeloba.
It's always my pleasure on programs like this.
Yeah. So let's talk about you. Amongst other professions that are available on the planet Earth, why did you choose to be a builder?
Well, thank you very much. I will answer you this way. Is there anything wrong being a builder rather than a destroyer? No, definitely not. That's just in a lighter mood. I chose to be a builder uh, because it's always good to build, and you come to term with the reality. You know, most times when you handle designs, designs are most times on papers, but as a builder, you have the responsibility to translate, or if the right word is to transform those designs into reality. Now we are recording in my office now, and of course, you know, this must have been designed before it is put to reality. So this is the work of a builder. And sincerely, I am a realist. And so it's one of the things that has pushed me into going ahead to study building. And I must confess to you that it's been success story all the way, and I have no regret doing that. So that
What
is
what makes a builder important in the built environment? The audience would like to know what the roles of a builder are. Would you say they are the same as the usual bricklayers you find on the streets? What makes them important in the built environment?
well. With the way you have put your question, it just shows that the fact that you are playing out the the situation with even a lot of educated people in the country. Because I look at why would a man spend 5 years minimum in the higher institution, whether in the university or in the polytechnic, and somebody will now come and say, okay, as a builder, the road looks like that of a bricklayer. Of course, you know that does not add up. I would like to use this opportunity to enlighten the public and people who might want to think the way. I know it's not you, but people might want to think that same way. In the built environment, we have 7 professionals in the built environment. I am going to mention them not in any particular order, though I would have loved to do that, but let me give you the liberty to be able to understand that without necessarily going through the trauma of having to arrange them in that order. The first I will mention is those that are geoinformatics, the land surveyor. They call them land surveyor, but of course, you know the name has changed now. I hope you are taking note of that. I said 7 professionals in the built environment. So the land surveyor, who incidentally we have to go into the bush to get you the size, the area of your land mass, the land you are procuring. Okay? And of course, that's one. Number two, after the land surveyor would have done his work, he prepares a paper called the survey plan. And so now becomes the work of the urban and regional planner, who comes in and look at the expanse of the land and begin to put things, the infrastructures, the facilities, still on that design and all that. It blows it up and begin to put them. For instance, the urban and regional planner will plan the road links, which areas are the low road, and the areas where you have the schools, areas where you have the market, the police station, the hospitals. He plans all that fantastic work. He does all that, put them together. Because you see, construction is a collective responsibility. No singular individual can say he knows it all. And that's why we have those 7 built environment professionals operating. And everybody performs according to his own core competencies, what you have gone to school to learn. And incidentally, you can't be 2 on one project. You will only be 1 out of the 7. So number 3, of course, when those things are done, the planner finishes his work, the next person that handles it now becomes the architect. It's now the turn of the architect. The architect now begins to share the spaces, begins to tell you, you have your room here, you have your sitting here, you have this, you have that, your kitchen. It does that, and it does fantastic work too, just like the work of the land surveyor. You know, every one of them do fantastic work. Now, the next person after the architect, of course, the work of the architect, the design is not complete until he brings in the structural engineer. And I must warn at this stage that In the aspect of engineering, we have three professionals there, but we count all of the engineers as one. The three professionals, you have a structural engineer, you have what we call M&E, mechanical and electrical engineer. So after the architect would have done his design, the structural engineer puts in the skeleton. What do I mean by that? I want to use the technical word so that the public can be enlightened. Now, reinforcement. The structural engineer arranges this reinforcement. We call it structural design and detailing. The reinforcement, where, how many bars you have. Reinforcement is also bars. We call it reinforcing bars. You have the column. The column is what we call pillar. And you have the beam. Are you getting me? The beam, the one that goes this way laterally. The one that comes vertically is the column. Is a column. So it is the structural engineer who does the skeleton. He designs the size and the reinforcement. What diameter of bars are we going to put? How many? That's basically the work of the structural engineer, to ensure that the building stands structurally is fine. Because the higher you go, the more the work of the structural engineer. He needs to put his dexterity into it. He needs to do it in a way that the building can stand. Of course, that's the third one. I've told you the engineer, the structural engineer, the mechanical, and the electrical. All of them one on that same design. So making how many now? If you are following well, making how many?
Four.
Four. Thank you very much. After that is done, then there's someone we call the construction cost accountant, and that is the quantity surveyor. So all the design work, the quantity surveyor gets them and bring it together and look at the costs. How much will it cost to realize this building, this project? So what the quantity surveyor does is to tell you ahead that give you an idea of how much it will cost you for your project. And it aids planning, it helps you. So it prepares a booklet that we call Bill of Quantities. It does that, and of course the specifications are also written out. That's the work of the quantity surveyor. And so that's the fifth one. And of course, the sixth person comes in. And who is this person? All those documentation are contract paper. So they carry all of them and give it to the builder, whom I want to respectfully refer to as a realist. He brings all those knowledge together because he has been trained in the science and technology of construction, of building. And so he manages all the resources in the built environment. And how many are them? There are just 5 resources. And let me tell you, we call them 5 M's. So the builder, the first M is man. He manages the man, the labor. All the labor, the skilled and unskilled labor, because that's the first resource. And of course, the most important resource. The second one is money. I told you 5M, money. So when he's paid, he must determine his cash flow to ensure that the project does not run into a coma or does not go, ST doesn't die. He realizes, so he manages money. That's the second one. And of course, the third one is material. He knows the right material to buy in a country like Nigeria, where there are a lot of adulterated materials, because those are things that are also contributing to building collapse. Adulterated materials, we have different sizes of reinforcement in the market. Fake reinforcement. Even, unfortunately, there are fake human beings too. So you have that. And of course, I've told you that's 3. Number 4 resource is machine. He knows the right machine to bring in. He knows what to do and all that, and at the right time, how to use them. And of course, the 5th one, which many people don't even know. Most people don't even know that there's a 5th resource, and that is a method. Those are the 5 M. So the builder manages all those resources and makes sure that the project performs. What do I mean by that? Project can perform in different forms. Number 1, in cost performance. Number two is also that it must perform in quality. I'm going to give you the three major ones. And of course, number three is that it can perform time-wise. And don't forget that time is money. So the longer you stay on site, the more you lose your profits. And so the builder manages the project at the right time and delivers. There are other variables of performance, but that may not be relevant here now. Those are the three major relevant ones, especially cost and time. So he manages those resources and makes sure that the building is constructed and it delivers. So you can see that is the sixth professional. I told you 7 of them. I'm not going to lose trend of because I'm really trying to enlighten the public so that people can be better informed after watching this program. Okay? And of course, the 7th one. By now you should know that because you have introduced me as the last two, builder and estate surveyor and valuer. All right? So those are the 7th built environment professionals. And so what does the estate surveyor and valuer do? He ensures that the building continues to maintain its value, to retain it. And so the area of maintenance comes in, alienation comes in, and ensures that the building, brings back, profit to the owner in whichever way you want to give it out, whether by letting, and of course, when it is time for the real alienation, he ensures that the owner of the property gets the right value for his money. And what does it do? It only ensures that the reversionary interest of that property gets back to the owner, and the owner is happy at it. All these ones are technical, you may not understand about. Reversionary interest simply means in any property there are reversionary interests. And there's no way you can realize that reversionary interest except when you sell, because it's resident in it. And that's the money you get when you sell your property. It comes big, and you are happy. You've done a good business, especially those who do speculations. You buy land, build a house, sell, and make your money and go to the next land and build. Beautiful. So those are the 7 built environment professionals. So for anybody to now feel that, because somebody did building, it simply means that the person is not adequately informed. And there's no crime about that. It becomes a crime when you are now informed and you begin to move along that same line. Then it becomes a crime.
Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Cable Plus Property. Also like our Facebook page at Cable Plus Property. Also like this video, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Cable Plus Property. Till we come your way again, my name is Oiza and this is Cable Plus Property.